Hello, my name is Josh, and I'm a watchaholic. Welcome to Horology Insanity. What is up, my watch friends? So, check this out. Today, I wanted to look at this SWC bunker. I have it in on loan from a friend of mine. And it actually turns out that that friend sold it to another friend, so I actually have to mail it out to the new owner. But both of them were cool with letting me borrow it, mainly so that I could experience this strap. So if you haven't seen my video about this strap and about my journey to find the greatest watch strap that's like not a bracelet and not leather, then check that out. But yeah, this Velcro strap is awesome, and I'm going to be ordering some of these, and thanks to my buddy, because I was able to now experience this in person to know, yeah, I kind of want to spend my money on that. But here's what I was excited about. When people send you watches, a lot of time they will send you the kit that they come with. And when we speak of kit, we're talking about the box, like here, back in the backs, and I'm going to show you a new one of these in a second. There's a Zelos one. There's the G-Shock Blue Camo kit. That's the Interstellar that came with the Murph. And so I'm going to showcase a lot of different ones in a second, but I was really impressed by this Swiss watch company one. I still can't say that properly. Swiss watch company. It's almost like, you know, one of those tongue twisters, and I can see why everybody just calls it SWC. But anyway, here is what we're looking at. This is what the watch came in. It's got 3 straps. It's like a fold over, almost like a book style leather pouch. It is beautifully branded here with the company name and logo. The stitching on it is good, and the leather feels really nice. And then you open it up. Oh, this is what was around the watch. We'll move that. But you can see that the pouches, it then comes with 2 pouches. Now, the one thing that I will say is, you know, when I do this, these pouches are a little snug. And even for the watch, to get this watch in there, it's snug. And my buddy and I both agreed that that's the one thing that they could have maybe have done better with this. If they would bust this out by about 1/4 of an inch on each side, you'd still have plenty of room for the fold over, but it would allow you to just get things in and out of here easier. So anyway, that's the only con to this that we can find. But other than that, this is a great little watch pouch. You could just shove some straps in one or a bracelet or something, shove 2 watches in there for a weekend road trip, and yeah, you'd be ready to go. And so here's what I wanted to do. I liked this one so much. Let's look at what other packaging comes with many of your common, or at least common for me, Microbrand groups. That's what I want to look at. So let's take a look at this first. This is the Nodus Retrospect box. And you'll notice that it comes with an outer box, and then inside of it, yeah, they've got a watch roll, and that then opens up. This one came with a Barton, but you can see it's a snap, and then this folds out and folds open for you to shove stuff. This one is almost all canvas, except for like the snap and buckle and that little logo right there. And so that's pretty cool. I think this is nice. Now, here's the one thing that you're going to learn. When you have as many watches as I do, it's impossible to keep track of all these things and keep them straight, much less use them all. So I just have, hold on, I literally have a box of boxes sitting over here to my left, and I'm trying to grab stuff out of that. So here we go. So y'all know I'm a huge Zelos fan, and for the longest time, they were using this blue watch roll, this blue leather. However, some of their older stuff and some of their limited edition stuff came with this brown leather one. And now they have a gray leather one. I have one. I don't have it sitting here, so I couldn't grab it. And then even newer than that, I don't even know what you would call this thing. It's a case, technically holds 4. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't love this. I might do another video on this. The main con, those snaps right there being really close to the bracelet. And if you have OCD like I do, that could, let's see this underpinning there, that could easily scratch up the bracelet on your watch. So I get what Elshin's trying to do with these, but I personally don't love these. I don't think they're as nice as the watch roll. People have complained about the sizing in here, that, you know, you can barely get anything to fit in the pockets. I think the overall concept is really, really good, but I think the inside could use some redesign. So anyway, but these are just more options, right? We've got these. That's what I've got sitting back there in that corner. These are coming with some of the new watches. But when I compare this watch roll, y'all know that this is my favorite of all the Zelos watch rolls. And it's really because this leather is just so fantastic. And the Swiss watch company uses a similar maybe style and thickness or whatever grade of leather on this. And I think that's why I like this Swiss watch company pouch so much, is because it kind of reminded me of my favorite Zelos pouch. So let's get these moved out of the way real quick. And let's look at, y'all know Dryden is one of my favorite micro brands, even though they're kind of small and they don't have a bunch of offerings. But they have this, outer box, and then you snap this open, and inside, there you go, you got a watch pouch, and this will open up. It's just kind of a leather wrap, kind of like the Nodus. It is almost all canvas. You could take that, again, throw it in a gym bag for a weekend, or throw it in your backpack if you really want to. I don't know how many people are going to the office these days, but if you wanted to switch watches midday in the office, chuck that in your laptop bag, and then you've got options, and you could switch throughout the day. Because I know working from home, I switch watches sometimes 3-4 times a day, just for fun. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. This is actually, you don't know it until you open it, but let's see. It's a snap. You open it up. Feynman timekeepers. So back here in the back corner, that blue, that's the Feynman one. I adore it. But it came with this really cool leather. You open it up and it's just a single pouch down in here. And I probably have the stock strap. I do. There's the stock strap that came with it. I try to keep all my stuff together because I just have way too much of it. But this is pretty cool because if you just wanted one, or if you really wanted to be gutsy, you could take a cleaning cloth. Y'all know I have these laying around everywhere. Maybe wrap up 2 watches and put them in there, especially if they were on leather straps, because you could easily fit 2 in here. That's another good option for stock stuff. And again, the goal, I think, for many people, so if you have less than 100 watches, right, you probably get something like this and you'd actually use it throughout the day. When I go to lunch with my buddy and I bring a bunch of watches, I load up these Zelos watch rolls and I bring them with me, and so they actually function. Let's keep looking. This is San Martin. I don't know that they're really a micro brand as much as they are what people would call a Chinese factory brand, but this is pretty cool. They've got this Pelican-style plastic case, and then you open it up and it's going to have some padding in it. And so that's another option if you want to go that route. I know a lot of folks in the G-Shock community have the larger Pelican cases, and then they have cutouts in the foam for them to insert their G-Shock watches. And I think that looks great. I think it matches the overall G-Shock aesthetic and that whole kind of lifestyle that a lot of the G-Shock people might embrace. And so I think that's really cool. This one, I'm going to be honest with you, it's a watch roll. I have no clue what it came with. It's just sitting here. I'm guessing that this could probably fold over, but it didn't come that way, or at least I don't have it that way. So maybe in the comments below, if this watch roll looks familiar to you because it came with a micro brand watch that you have bought, let me know in the comments, because I don't even know what this is. It was just in my box. But let's keep going. The last 2 I want to show you are Dan Henry and Borealis. So Dan Henry has this kind of cool outer packaging, and this may not come with all their stuff. This is what mine did, but you twist it, open it up. It's got a similar canvas style watch roll in there that you saw with many of the others. So that one's pretty cool. And then Borealis comes in this kind of a white outer box, and you'll notice here, because of the knob on this is inevitable. You'll see it happen there. It happened every Borealis I've ever seen or received from a friend or anything like that, which has now been a handful of them because I've been borrowing them. But yeah, they all experience this if you stack them up or you do whatever, so you got to be careful with that. But look at this. This is pretty cool because not only is it like a book style, you can open it up this way, but it's kind of got some padding and heft to it. And so y'all know we pack them with all this kind of stuff, and I just leave all of that in there when I get one of these. I think this is from my Cascaeus. But anyway, this is pretty cool because it's a single watch pouch, but this works great when you want to send it to someone because it gives it a little bit of padding in addition to holding the watch secure. So with all of that, man, there's all these, I got crazy amounts of just stuff. But what I want to know is, do you have a favorite? Have you found one that is the end all be all? Because as of right now, my favorite is this Zelos old school thick leather pouch. That's my favorite. And that's what I'm sticking with right now. But what do y'all think of these? Do you have the SWC bunker? This is what kind of brought me down this little rabbit hole, was this pouch here, and flipping this thing open, and I was like, man, I really like that. I really did. It's so simple. It's so simple. You see it's branded again right here. But this is so simple, but so nice. And so, I don't know, the value equation for this, I think, is through the roof. The ROI on this is fantastic. So it really gives it a lot of pizzazz without a lot of cost, I don't think. I'm guessing these don't cost that much. So anyway, let me know, am I crazy? Do y'all actually use these things? Or do you just stack them up in a box and put them on a shelf? Yeah, what do you do with all of your watch kits? Or are you one of those that don't keep them? Do you just take all these things and just toss them? Well, no, these you probably don't. The little Casio boxes and whatnot, you probably do. So anyway, that's it for this one. Until we talk again, my friends, please remember what really matters. And that's not watch cases in this case. All right, y'all, keep the insanity sane.